So, I say so many times, don't I? Well, here we are. I'm going to have a huge mega haul of haberdashery stuff, and I need to store it somewhere. What's the problem? That the only storage place I have in this room is under here, under the cutting table. It's mounted on top of two IKEA mounts, and they are quite useful. They store a lot of stuff, but they are full. I need to empty them and decide what's rubbish, what's staying, and where to store what. And I also have to organize the 4 little drawers of that desk, because I have stuff that belong next to the sewing machine. It's not stuff that I use every day, but it should be over there. The thing is that before I transformed the sewing room, I used to sew on that little desk and cut on my white desk, which is where I'm sewing now. And I left stuff there and it remained there, and it should be placed somewhere else. In that little desk I want to store all the stationery I might have, pens, pencils, notebooks, and the stuff for the camera, the charger, cables and things like that. And because I always forget about something when I come down here, I always have an extra pair of glasses, which is these ones you always see me wearing. And I also have a few beauty things like blush and lipstick, which I need space for in there. The last drawer at the bottom, I'm going to keep all the little things I don't want to lose, like my grandma's stuff and the Polly Pocket. That was really fun to find. In the third one, I'm going to keep all the stationery stuff. The second one is going to have all the patterns I've recently cut until I know a better way to store them. Let me know down in the comments how you store your patterns, the ones you've already cut, if it's better to use a folder or I don't know. Ideas, I need ideas. And in the first one I'm going to keep all the recording stuff that I use every day, that I come to record videos, and all the chargers and that beauty corner, because you know, and tissues because of allergies, you can see now. And the extra needles I have for the sewing machine I've put in that little cupboard thing that I have next to it. It's quite useful because I don't have any drawers over there, so I think it's okay there. And now let's go into all the good stuff. In the first drawer I have all the embroidery stuff. I have my cross stitch I'm making, and even all cross stitch magazines from my grandma. I also have this roll of craft paper I use a lot, and wrapping paper, vinyl, and even a poster I tried to decoupage and it didn't work. I bought 2 of them and it was so wrinkly. If you have any tricks, let me know, because I can do it. In the second drawer I have clothes that need fixing. I have clothes that need mending, I think, I don't remember. And I found this piece of material. It's stretchy and it has pins and everything. It must be a project I started at some point. My allergy level is just peaking. And in the third drawer I have all the painting stuff. Sometimes I like painting, and I'm going to leave it like that, more or less. And there's a few things I took out of there
because they go somewhere else in the house. For example, these cans of spray paint that I bought to do the peacock chairs I have behind here, over there, and in black. And I haven't done it because now I'm a bit indecisive. I'm thinking about other ideas, so I haven't done that. I'm also leaving out this notebook, quite colorful and nice to take notes while I sew. This thing I bought in a Chinese shop. Can you say Chinese shop? In a bazaar. And I bought it with the idea of putting 2 plants, and I haven't done it, so I'm going to leave it out, and that way I'll do it. And I'm going to leave out as well this, which looks like a book, but it is stationery stuff. So I'm going to leave it on top of the desk to use. That's good, I'm making room. And in the next section I have fabrics. I have little scraps, I have remnants, I have big pieces of upholstery material, and even a bit of leather. So I'm going to throw away all the bits that aren't useful, fold everything properly, and make room. My fabrics look neat and tidy, thank goodness, and I have really a lot to throw away. It's not that I want to throw away stuff, it's just stuff that doesn't make any sense to keep. It's curtains that are all stained, and all cushion covers, and little remnants and scraps of projects I've made. So there's no point on keeping them. And then I have these that I don't necessarily want, but they're okay, so I'm going to put in a bag and look for someone to give them. This side was a bit more random, and I had clothes that need some mending that I'm going to put on the first drawer next to my fabrics. Prints and memories from trips that I want to frame and keep, I put on the side of the paper stationery stuff. And then some electronic stuff like headphones and label printers that I put in my little desk. And the last row on top, it's really untidy, but I'm going to keep it that way until I unpack all the haberdashery stuff and tidy everything at once. Well, here we are. I could just put it on the other side of the cutting table, couldn't I? But it's not that dramatic. I'm going to divide it into 3 categories. All the spools and threads of any type, all the ribbons, and then the third one, miscellaneous stuff. I didn't record the part where I explained, and I didn't realize. So my grandma had a little shop when I was small, and when she retired she had to keep all the stock she had, and this has been in a storage room until now. I remember it was there, but I didn't remember if there was so much stuff, so I brought it up because I'm the only one in the family who sews. And I still don't have all the buttons with me, but that's another haul for another day. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff and a bit of everything really. There are loads of spools, there are loads of style of ribbons as well. There's grosgrain, there are elastics,
and in those times people used to make their own bras, so there are bra straps as well as the elastics, which are really nice and comfy. You can use this in any garment really. Cords, loads of stuff. This for your bedding, really nice. And these are quite curious, and it's like a sort of tape to put on blankets. So I'm going to put the stuff I use the most on the top drawers and the rest at the bottom. So I'm with ribbons right now. All these ones that are loose, I'm going to keep like this in a new box because the ones my grandma had are breaking, and I'm going to keep the inside of the ones that are good to divide the drawers, and I'm going to keep, I've been cutting all her handwriting in the front. She used to write to know where there was in the box. So I'm going to keep a few of these, but I will have to put it in plastic or something because it's breaking as well. So the ones that are loose I'm going to keep like this, and the ones that are still in the package I'm going to keep like this in vertical so I can see what I have. While I was tidying up these bedding things, they are ever so cute. Look at that. I found the people who made them address, and it says that if you spend more than 250 pesetas, you will receive for free the amazing notebook of embroideries, of Spanish embroideries. So in the bottom one I'm going to keep all these because I don't know where I'm going to use this, all the blanket stuff, the elastic and straps to make bras, because, well, all these buckle things, and this box. I love this box. I think it's one of my favorites, which is tailor's chalk. I think you can get through 2 in your life with this. I don't. Then on the middle ones I'm going to keep all the ribbon stuff and elastic. And then on the 2 top, that I have one to empty yet, I'm going to keep all the spools. So let's keep working. I finished! I'm exhausted. I would like to organize all this spool by colors, but I started, but then it was too much. Another day. I don't think I'll be able to use all this stuff in 10 lives. I'm really happy about how everything's looking. I think my grandma will be really pleased, and I love that it's not in a storage room, accumulating dust and not being used really. So I hope you've enjoyed this declutter, reorganization and haul video, and let me know down in the comments what you think or anything you think about, and I'll see you next week. Bye!